Today we're going to go through the steps of replacing an e-stop on a space bin. You'll need a few tools and obviously a new e-stop. A pair of pliers, a pair of needle nose will do the job. There's a nut on the back of the e-stop that needs to be removed and a number 2 Phillips screwdriver. This is the part you'll get as is. This unclips with a little toggle, and here's the nut that you'll need to remove from the faulty e-stop. The next thing we want to do is make sure that the machine is secure. Applying the brakes on the wheels, we'll do this. Next thing we want to do is disconnect the power from the mains. If it's plugged in. Now I don't know what condition the machine will be in when you find this. The door has to be in an upright position to do the job. So when we lift this up, there may be a bin stuck in here, but you should be able to work around it. First thing we need to do is remove the wire guard. So you'll need your Phillips screwdriver. 2 screws hold this in place. Once the 2 screws are removed, you drop the back of the wire guard down a little bit, start sliding it towards the front. You just take your time, it'll work its way out. So that's removed. Next thing we need to do is remove the contact block off the back of the e-stop. So once again, I was talking about the toggle on the back of it. It's tight, but you can get your fingers around it. So that's removed. Next thing we have to unclip the contact block from the wiring loom. There's a little latch and clasp. That should disconnect. Now we need to remove the nut from the back of the e-stop. Your pliers should do the job to loosen it. Nut comes off, e-stop comes out. Make sure you don't confuse the old one with the new one. Put him aside. This is the new part. And you want to replace all of it, not just one component. There's an arrow on the top that should go towards the top. Also a locator on the e-stop that needs to fit into a groove. Reinstall the nut on the bottom. Do it up finger tight. Then just give it a little nip with your pliers. Doesn't need to be overly tight. That'll do. Reinstalling your contact block. It should just push on and click into place. You should hear an audible click. Give it a little tug. Next you want to plug your wiring back together. They'll only go together one way, you just have to line them up. Same thing, give it a little tug to make sure that it's still in place. Reinstall your wire guard. Just kind of reverse what you've done before. Take your time. Take note of the wiring, make sure it doesn't catch on anything. It shouldn't need to be forced into place, it should go in easily. Install your 2 screws. Tighten them back up. Make sure all your tools are out. Now once we're finished with the job, we want to test the machine to make sure that the part we replaced has fixed the problem. This already had a bin in it. If there's no bin in it, you'll need to have a bin to test it. You'll have to put the bin in the machine. So we need to pull the door down. When the machine starts up, we push the e-stop, the machine stops. That's what we were after. Let's fix the problem.